Hi everyone, welcome to this month's edition of the Jewelry Making Fun collaboration. This is hosted by me, and it's a continuation of our collab from last year called Having Fun Making Jewelry. Anyway, each month a group of us gets together and we follow a color theme, but we also have two optional challenges. And this month our color was peach or orange, and our challenges were to use rose gold colored findings and incorporate have a flower theme or incorporate flowers or something like that going on. So I have for you today 3 necklaces and I believe 5 pairs of earrings. I didn't get any bracelets made, but I have some ideas for them as well, and some more pieces. So this month I was pulling out all kinds of peachy orangey stuff, and also I have gemstone flowers, so I looked through. I have a bin of gemstone flowers, and I don't know why I separated them from their original type of gem, but anyway. So the first necklace is used out of these red agate, made using these red agate, I know it's red, but they're sort of orangey in color. Oops, all these tubes were in separating them. But this is what they look like. They're called V-shaped flowers. To me, they're almost bird-like, but they call them flowers, so I went with it. I used a color on the lighter side rather than the darker reddish color. It's because it's a little more orangey. You'll see in a minute. And I made a necklace and a pair of earrings. And I also brought into that, sorry about these tubes falling everywhere. I'm not going to take everything out of the bags, but these are freshwater cultured potato pearls in orange. Both of those were from jewelrymaker.com. Let's see, I also have some red agate carved leaf beads I used in the first necklace and earrings. But see, red agate looks a little bit orange, right? And then I did use some 4mm crystal bicones. They're Chinese crystal in peach puff. It looks more yellowy orange there, but it's a definite peach. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, anyway. And then I dug through some of my things from like old bargain bead boxes that I hadn't finished up, and I found, I only have one left, some bead caps that look like this. They're really pretty, and I now wish I had more of them. But I used those, and then there were some some chain. This is like a Rolo chain. Oops, I don't know what that is on it, but so I did use. Actually, I didn't use this till the second necklace. I'll show you, and I'll get into the other second necklace things in a moment. But the only other thing I think on this particular necklace is the 4mm metal rose gold beads. I used one textured oval rose gold plated copper jump ring, which I didn't even remember having, and some head pins and eye pins and stuff like that. And the beading wire I used on this first necklace, I did use beading wire, was from Softflex. I finished a spool of, well, I have about 7 inches left, which I'm going to use for part of a bracelet. This was the antique bronze. It didn't say it, but I had originally gotten this particular spool from Jewelry Television a long while back in some kind of kit. And then I did use these Beadalon throughout the various projects. These Beadalon head pins in rose gold color, which I actually had bought at Jesse James Beads back in 2015. Alright, let's get started. So here is the necklace. I'm going to try and lay it down this way. I'm going to take it off the bust. This is an 18-inch necklace. And I'll lay it over here for now. Oops. So it looks really much more orange than it is. Let's see if I can get better. That's a little bit better color. I don't know. Anyway, the pearls are like a peachy orange, but they're showing up really bright orange there. I don't know why that's happening. Anyway, so these are crystals. I don't know if I mentioned those. They're in Peach Puff, I believe it's called. They're from Beadbox Bargains, and I use them throughout the various projects as well, mostly in the first few and earrings. So it's just a simple design. This also was from a bargain bead box. I have one more left of those. They're like a bamboo style clasp. I use copper 2mm crimps from Softflex that were out of one of their kits left over. I think the Metallic Sparkles design kit. So here are two of the leaves, and here are two of the leaves, the red agate leaves. These are red agate. And down here at the bottom is a red agate dangle. So it's 18" plus about, I think, a 2 1/4 dangle. And I thought the leaves went really well with the V-shaped flowers, whatever. So yeah, and then just bead caps and crystals, the bicones, and the freshwater pearls. And I thought that came out really pretty. I wish the color was a little better showing on here. This one was an unusual one, and it was the only one like it, so I decided to make that one into a pendant, put it on an eye pin, rose gold eye pin that I had, and just dangle a leaf dangle off of it with a bicone and things. So that's my first piece. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to show you the other two necklaces next. Now these are on a large bust. The first necklace is 18". Ooh, that's not going to work. The second one is about 24 inches, and they can be layered. They're meant to be layered. However, they're not attached. I am not a big fan of doing multi-layer attached necklaces. I like the layering. But I find that, at least in whatever little customer base I have, people don't tend to buy them when they're attached because they don't always want to wear 3 layers. So I like to offer the option that they can layer them, however, keep them separate. That's just me. I know a lot of people make the layered necklaces, and it's a fun design thing, but they don't sell well for me. Let me know if you wear multi-layered necklaces that are all attached. Alright, so on this one, I found these burnt orange quartzite 5-petal flowers. They're here, and I have 3 of them, and I put them on this artistic wire 20 gauge. It's silver plated rose gold color. I had also bought this at Jesse James Beads, but just in 2019. I think they were having a sale on wire or something. So I used the twisted wire, and the 20 gauge just went through these beads. And I did that because it made it more, it's pliable, but it's stiff, so that those beads don't twist around so much, because they do on beading wire oftentimes. And then I used, these are actually called bisque. Now I used them all up. They're all gone. But they're Chinese crystal. Now these are rounds, but these are rondelles in a color they call bisque. They seemed a little bit more on the tanny side than these ones do. But I ended up using these on a pair of earrings, I think. And then I used sunstone. So I had some 8mm and 6mm sunstone, which is sort of a pale, peachy, orangey, tanny color. So I used just the crystals and sunstone in between each one of these. And then I just made a wire wrap loop put it on some chain. Oh, and these are spring ring clasps. They're sort of like a lobster clasp. I originally had the other toggle clasp on here, but I thought, well, I'm making this a set, I'm going to use the same clasp on it. And I had those in a jewelry findings kit from jewelrymaker.com. I was out of that spool of antique brass, so I found some AccuFlex copper 49 strand beading wire in medium 0.019. I used that, and I did use Wire Guardians on this particular one. I didn't on the other one, I think. And again, Softflex copper. Now these, because I used the last two, well, actually, yes, these are out of some I bought from Softflex. I think I used the last two out of Metallic Sparkles in the other necklace. Okay, so I just made a simple necklace because you don't always want something super duper out of this world fancy, right? And then to go with it, this is a longer, I'd say about a 24-inch necklace roughly, and just alternating sunstone and crystals and those 4mm rose gold color spacer balls. And that is that. So those are the necklaces. And now I'm going to put this back up on the bust for now so I can show you the earrings. And here we go. So the first pair I made were let me just get this out of the way, were these. They're very dangly. They're like the pendant on the necklace, the first necklace. Let me bring that back in. So they're like this, except that these were the two most consistent in color. So that's another tip. When I get beads that are like that, I try to go through and pick out the most matchy-matchy ones to make earrings with and set them aside, or make the earrings first. And actually, in this case, I made the earrings first. Or I at least put all the pieces aside to make the earrings. The other tip is some of these beads, like I think it was this one of these here, the drilling is not always consistent, and one of them, even though they're drilled top to bottom, it was not started at the tip top on one of them. It was started in the sort of the back, and it was not letting it lay right, so I had to exchange that out. And I of course did that before I crimped. These happen to be okay, although one is a tiny bit thicker than the other one, but visually they're the same size roughly. So I thought those came out really pretty. Again, the bead caps, and these earring findings are from a kit, that same kit from jewelrymaker.com, I believe, or they are from jewelrymaker.com. I can't remember if they're from a kit or a bag of shepherd's hooks. So then all the rest of these were made after the last two necklaces, the layering necklaces, and I just love these. Here again, I picked out two that sort of matched. I actually picked out another two that were a little lighter, but where I was telling you about the holes not being drilled the same, one was drilled further up towards the front, and one was drilled towards the back, and I didn't use those as a result because they didn't hang the same. And on earrings you can tell that, right? So these are on lever backs that were in an earring finding kit, and I just put dangles on to match the necklace, the second, not this necklace, the other ones. This is a bisque crystal, and then these are two little sunstone beads dangling from the burnt orange quartzite. Now I did use just a couple, oops, sorry for my nails, orange seed beads on these, because you can see there was space here and I didn't want it moving around, so I put one on top this bead and two under here. They're just 11-0 seed beads. You know, you could use clear or any color really, because not too many people are going to notice that. So there we go. I went with the orange because, you know, this is all about the orange. Let me get them laying right. Oh, sorry, there's a helicopter going above. I am right in the path of where the helicopters turn for news for a highway around here, and also for the trauma center at a hospital that's about 15 minutes away from me. So I think these were the next ones, and they're just simple, also on the lever backs, just a larger sunstone and a smaller sunstone, and then one of those bead caps. Really pretty easy. And then next I made these, and I found these kind of unique earring findings in my stash. I have 5 pair of them, and I used 2 pair. Again, this is the bisque crystal that I finished up. I actually finished them on these earrings, and I decided to just go with chain to match the chain in that other necklace, which I'll bring back in a minute. I made 2 pair of those because I thought they hung really neat, and I have never worn a pair of earrings with these kind of findings, but I'll bet they stay in your ear pretty well because of the shape. And then lastly, I found these 2 from a leftover bargain bead box from, no, I'm talking, when I say a long time ago, I'm talking probably like 2017 or something like that, or 18 maybe. I had been a member, and then I had to stop because of stuff going on in my personal life, and now I picked back up, but these were in my stash from that, and they are a flower design, almost like a dahlia. Can you see it? Well, you could a minute ago. For a second. There. So I thought those were really pretty and fitting to this. So I just used crystals. Now these are the round bisque, and I don't know if can you tell the difference in the color. They were both called bisque, but these are much more white than these. These are more like a natural color. But I used the peach puff crystals and bead caps, and then these, actually these earrings were not in that kit. They were in a separate bag, so I think maybe these were too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I thought those make really beautiful earrings as well. So that is what I have for this month. Let me see if I can rearrange this a little bit and get everything on here. What's your favorite out of this? Do you like this colorway? It kind of pushes your limits sometimes when you have to do something different, right? And I'll put this one going this way. So yeah, I was really having fun with this. In fact, I would like to make some more, like I said, bracelets. I have an idea for another necklace as well, totally different from these 2. So maybe later in the week I'll have time to get back to those, because I was really enjoying myself with this. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that too. Please do go check everyone else out in the collaboration. They will be linked down below, and be sure to come back on the 18th of every month at 10 a.m. Eastern and see us again. Let's see what we make and what our theme will be for June and every month thereafter for 2021. Thank you. I'll talk to you again soon.